Hey guys, this is Hidden Matrix and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video we're going to be drawing Shadow the Hedgehog for today's drawing tutorial. So to start off with the drawing, you want to start off with a circle for Shadow's head. So just draw a decent sized circle so the head's not too big or too small, and you want to make sure that you can fit everything in the paper of your canvas and everything. So that'll be alright for his head. And next we're going to go and draw Shadow's mouth. So we'll go up here and then curve it back round so it's arching downwards, and then it's going to go and arch back up and around, and then you want to go and connect it like that. So next we'll draw Shadow's eye. So with the eye it sort of curves gradually up, and then you'll point it at the top to then curve it down so it doesn't have a smooth curve, it's a bit pointy there, and then it'll curve all the way down to give Shadow his attitude and his frown. And we'll go near that line, not enough to connect them, but then back up to here and back down, and we'll draw a little bit of red over his eye for this right eye. And then on the left goes up to here and then back round to connect that there. So to separate Shadow's eyes, you want to have a line going like that and it's slightly curved, and then for his eyebrow you want to do a line like that, and then we'll draw Shadow's left eyebrow, which is just a line across like that, and then you want to go up like this and then across like that, and that'll be where Shadow's ear will be, just slightly a little bit more diagonal. Then with his ear you go like this and then back down, and it's always a triangle inside a triangle for ears on Shadow the Hedgehog. So there we go with that. That's Shadow's left ear done. And then you want to curve off Shadow's top spike like this, going near the top of the paper so try and make sure that when you're drawing the circle to start off with Shadow's head that it's not too high up or your drawing will be cut off. So for Shadow's right ear you go from here and then back down to there, and then you do another triangle inside of it for the inside of Shadow's ear like that. So for Shadow's left spike we're going to go from here and we'll slowly gradually curve this upwards to point up like that, and then we'll go back down, slowly gradually curving this to about there. Then going with his top spike, we'll just adjust that top line as that was just a placeholder line for the ears and everything before, and then we will go and connect the spike to the second spike. So with the third spike we'll go from here and then slightly diagonally going outwards a bit more, and then curve it back in. A slightly straight line downwards there and then curve it back up again. Now for Shadow's body we're going to go and draw a nice simple beanie shape, going from this end and curving it back in and having them connect. And we'll have this one just go slightly out a bit more and then back in like that. Next we can draw Shadow's body fur, which is a simple spiky triangles. You want to go up to about there and then back down, and you want to go with this line, the third one, you want to go all the way to there with it. And then for the next part of Shadow's fur we'll go here and then we'll go back in and then finish off these two spikes here. Just like that. Now we'll draw Shadow's arm, so we'll go down like this, curving it to like the end of Shadow's belly, and then we'll do the same on the other side, keeping his thickness the same all the way with his hand to keep that consistency. Then what you want to do is draw Shadow's spike here. And it'll go and connect to the arm, and then you want to go to the other side of the arm and connect it to the body. And then we can get rid of this line just a little to about there. Now you want to draw Shadow's left leg going straight down like that, and then you want to do another line in the middle of Shadow's bottom part of his body going down like this. Try and keep that line straight as possible as you can and keep it symmetrical with the other line. Then you want to go down with this leg. We can go a little bit more than what was supposed to with this line, as we can rub out the lines later on when we draw the hand for Shadow, as these lines are cutting into his hand right now, but it's okay, but we can get a sense of what Shadow's legs are supposed to be like. Then you can draw Shadow's little tail spike going to there with that line, and then down like that. It will be cut off a little bit later as well, so we can see that it's going into the arm, so it doesn't really matter for this stage, as you can rub things out. Just make sure that if you're wanting to rub out your errors, that you don't draw too hard on the paper. Should have mentioned that earlier. But it should still be okay, your drawing. You can rub out this line, we don't need that anymore, and then we can slightly rub out that line there as it doesn't connect like that. Next we'll draw Shadow's left arm going like this. Try and keep them similar lengths, so you kind of see that they are the same on the legs as well. The width of the legs are kind of similar, and try and keep that the same with your arms, so that your drawing comes out kind of not looking weird, and it looks good if everything is correctly proportioned. We'll go up to about there with it. And then for Shadow's wrist, we'll go with sort of a half circle like this, across, then back down a little bit going inwards, so I'll rub out that line so it's easier to see. So it's like zigzagging, it's like a very, very wide open Pac-Man mouth. And then we'll curve and connect that line together. And then for Shadow's ring, we'll go and to about there, and then we will, since his palm right here kind of curves like a bird almost, it's like those cartoon drawn birds in a sky in a long distance they look like, and then we can connect that up there. Now we'll draw Shadow's right hand wrist. We'll go to there with that, and then back down, and we'll go back into there, and we can cut it off, as now we're drawing the red part of Shadow's wrist. It slightly curves into his arm, going slightly above the black line that we did for this part here, and then we will curve that down like that and connect it to those lines over there with that wrist. So we can now draw the ring on Shadow's wrist, and it goes simply like that, across, and then like that. So in this area you just want to do 3 lines of a square, which is the top line and the 2 side lines, and it's already done the bottom line for us there, and that is Shadow's wrist done. So to start off with drawing Shadow's hand, you want to draw a circle, and then we can develop that circle. So we can have something like that, and then what you want to start off with here is go like that across diagonally, and then we can go down and curve the thumb across like that, and then there's a line that curves in and then back out, and then you can connect the thumb and that line together, and then start drawing the first finger. It's like a V there, that shape, and the next finger out of the 3 fingers available on his hand that is showing. And then to just finish that off and connect it up like that. And then you can draw a circle again for his left hand this time, and we'll go to there and cut that across and we can start drawing the thumb. Goes a line curving up, and then like this, the thumb will join it to that line, and then it has another line in there. We can rub out this bit here, so we have a gap, and then you want to do a little line going diagonal just to separate the palm and the finger and the thumb, and we will draw our fingers like rectangles. Try and keep your rectangle symmetrical and everything, the same shape and not a bit weird. But it just, what we can do basically then is just adjust the fingers once we've drawn all the fingers and we're happy with how they kind of look. It's like this, and then there's another one just beneath it like that, and we can then draw the last pinky finger like this with a little bit of a curve, and then just like a rectangle. We can slightly curve that rectangle bit there, and then what we'll do is develop the fingers a bit further. So what we'll do is we'll just get rid of this line so we can curve the new lines in. So we'll go to it like that, and then curve it in nicely there. And then with this next finger we'll go to here, and we'll do it slightly a little bit more diagonal wide, and since it's going in front of that finger, we can then have this finger like this and get rid of the previous line. And from the finger below we'll start from here and then curve it to there and connect it, and then we'll get rid of a little bit of those lines and just make it easier to see. And then for his little finger we'll go and curve it like this, and then up, and then we can go to there like that and get rid of that line. We can get rid of this line here, then add a sort of a very wide V shape like this, and then that is Shadow's left hand nearly done. So we'll go down like this and then across like that, and then what I'll do is slightly move the fingers across just to shorten them down a bit and make them look a bit better. Your hand should look something like that. It's a very tricky hand, but I think I got there in the end and hopefully made it easy enough for you guys to draw this hand as well. So we're moving on, we'll draw Shadow's shoes now. First off with his ankles, we'll start off with drawing his left ankle. Let's go down to there, and then you want to draw his, like on his right wrist, he's got like a bit of a red bit on his ankle, and we'll go to about there and we'll curve it in like that, and then you want to, like this, have a nice little curve ready for the ring. We'll add in there, and let's keep going across until you connect it with a little bit of a arch, nice like backwards C shape. And then we'll just rub out a few of those unneeded lines so it's easy to see once again. And then you want to connect up the ankle part of the shoe there with that red bit, and then inside we're doing a smaller bit of that red shape like that. Now for Shadow's shoe we'll go down to there. So we're basically going to make his shoe into a simple shape, and then we'll develop it similar to how we did it with the hands. So we'll go to there and then like that, we'll connect that line up, and then what you want to do is curve this off a little bit more, and then we've got the sole of Shadow's shoe, and then you just need to go with this line, even though it might be cut off in a little bit later with the other shoe, but we'll keep it for now. And then we'll go up here with this line, and then we can connect this line here for the red part of Shadow's shoe. And then next we'll, with a little bit of a kind of triangular shape but with a flat top to it, go like this, and then you want to draw a little bit of a big curve down here, then draw up to there where we finished off that line and go up and across like that, and then we'll do the top of that bit of the sole and go up to here to about there, then we'll curve it and we'll go back down, move that across a bit, there we go. And then with this top line, we're going to curve this one to there, and then we can get rid of that old line, and we're going to add the black part of Shadow's shoe. So it goes to here, this line, and then just color that in, shade that part in like that, and then what we can do is finish off the shoe going up to here, and then this line and curving to connect those two together. And then we're going to go and do a bit of an arch inside this part of the shape and the shoe like that, back down to there. So guys, to start off with the right foot, we're going to start off with the right ankle. I'm going to go with the black line where it just has a little bit of a rectangle shape over here, and then you have the red bit going all the way to there, and a line going up here, and then going into the finger, the middle finger there, and then a line just going down right there. Then we're going to draw the ring on his right foot. Let's go here, then go down and curve that, and then connect them together. And then with a similar idea to the left shoe, we're going to do a simple shape to then get the idea and the outlines of where the shoe is going to go and everything. Just like that. So guys, you want to go with a line to there, and then we'll go and do a line to about here, and then we're going to go do a bit of a diagonal upwards, and then a straight line up to then connect to where we started with a diagonal line, slightly cutting into the other shoe, and then do the front of Shadow's sole, going like this, and then like that, across the line, and then curving it down like that, and then we can curve that back upwards, then go like that across and back down to connect that up. Then what we'll do is to make the sole a bit 3D, we're going to go like this, line across, doing basically what we did to the other line that's above it, and down there to connect it up here. And then we're going to do a small line with a slight tiny gap above that line. We can move that line a little bit up to make it easier, and just rub it out a little to see the gap. And then we're going to do like a little bit of a ring shape cross like that. So all you need to do is add in the black part of Shadow's shoe, and then we'll go to that and do a bit of a curve down to there, and we can shade that in. So now that you've completed the legs and the feet of Shadow the Hedgehog, we can now finally move on to Shadow's face. Go back to that, and we're going to start off with the line of the mouth. Do a line like that downwards for Shadow's mouth, and what we can do is just get rid of some of those excess lines down there because we don't want them connecting, and just make sure there's a bit of a gap like that. And then we can move on to Shadow's nose. Starting off from here, we're going to go like that and back around to there. We'll put a little circle in there for a bit of his glow with his nose, and then you can just colour and shade that bit in. So all that's left to do now for the face is the eyes. So we can, with the left eye, a little line going down there, and then we'll go back up like that, and there's a little bit of black in there like that. And then we can go to his other eye, starting here, go down, you want to curve it back up all the way up to here, like that. And then he's got a little bit of a white glow in there. We can rub out a little bit in there just to make it bigger, and then add in a bit of his black bit of his eye, like that. And that is Shadow's eye complete. So now we can finish off with a few extra details in his body with the, first of all, the red stripe in his right arm, and then we can finish off with his iconic red stripes on Shadow's spikes. So we'll start with the middle one, like this. Then we go back up to there, and then for the top spike, go all the way to there, and then go downwards to that part of the ear. And then we can start from this part of the ear, pretend that you're cutting through the ear, and until we get to here, we go back up and connect it there. And lastly, the third spike on here, so go a line up there and then connect it like that, and then we can just connect those lines better, and there you go. So all that's needed to finish it off with now is just cleaning up the drawing, so getting rid of those lines we don't want and making it look a bit nicer, so we have nice clean lines. So guys, I nearly forgot about one of Shadow's spikes, but I'll get to it. So what you just gotta do is go with this line to here, and you can go and join it up there, just his middle spike, and there's a little bit of that red stripe right there. Nearly forgot about it, but we got there. We got everything of Shadow. There's nothing else that I've forgotten. That's all done. So you should have something that looks like this once you've finished drawing it. And if you'd like to go further with your drawing and colour it, and or you're on a digital drawing tablet and would like to do nice clean line art before you're colouring, I will show you how the line art and the colouring turns out for me in this drawing. So there you have it guys, so I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope your Shadow the Hedgehog turned out really good that you drew, and if you did like my version of Shadow the Hedgehog, be sure to leave a like on the video or put a comment down in the comment section down below. Share your thoughts on this Shadow drawing and any drawing tips in general. I'll be reading and responding to as many of you guys as possible. And if you're new around here and you'd like to see more drawing tutorials from me, whether it's Sonic the Hedgehog characters, Marvel characters or cartoon characters, etc., then be sure to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss an upload as soon as I release a video on the channel. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you have a great rest of your day, week, wherever you guys are from, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!